y equals arc cos 3x plus 2. And I have to find the derivative. Well, it's a very simple chain rule. Derivative of arc cos is minus 1 over the square root of 1 minus my thing squared, 3x plus 2 squared. Then I have to multiply that by the derivative of the inside, which is 3. So my result is negative 3 over square root of 1 minus 3x plus 2 squared. Now you could actually expand this and simplify what's under the square root just a little bit, but depending on what you want to do next, you actually may not want to do that. So we normally just leave it like that until we know what we're going to do next. Let's try another. Y equals arc sine of x on 5. Now this one's going to introduce us to a little trick. So, again, let's use the chain rule. Y dashed is derivative of the outside, derivative of arc sine is 1 over the square root of 1 minus this thing squared, x on 5 squared. Then I've got to times it by the derivative of the inside, which is 1/5. Now you could just put a 5 in front of this square root, but actually we can go further. There's a nice little trick that we can do that leads to a more general rule by putting this inside the square root. And to do that, I have to square it. I've got, let me write it this way, root 25 times the square root of 1 minus x on 5 squared. And I'm going to put that inside the square root, 1 over, it's getting a little bit messy, big square root, 25 times 1 minus x on 5 squared. Let me fix this. Actually, I can do it on the same line. That might be easier. It'll probably annoy you though. I better go to the next line now that I've done this. It's 1 over 25 times 1 minus x squared on 25. Now, can you see where we're going? If I actually expand those brackets out, I get something very nice. This is 25 minus x squared. Because this one will be 25 and this one will be 25x squared over 25, which is just x squared. So can you see when I started with, where was I going? When I started with x on 5, I modified my result with a 5 squared. This is 5 squared, and that leads us to a general rule. It actually leads you to the rule that's in the form it is on your formula sheet. And our last one will be a product rule. Y is 2 root x arctan of x. So this is a product rule. It's 2uv. Notice I actually took the 2 out. I probably didn't need to, but it's my general habit anyway. Okay, u equals x to the half and v equals arctan of x. So u dashed is a half x to the negative a half, which I might prefer to write as 1 over 2 root x. And v dashed is a little more complicated. Get your formula sheet out if you need to. It's 1 over 1 plus x squared. Okay. Let's use the product rule. It's v u dashed plus u v dashed. Carefully. V is arctan of x u dashed over 2 root x. Plus, oh, I've forgotten something. I forgot my 2. Maybe I should have stuck it inside after all. Okay, we're up to here. U is root x, and v dashed is 1 plus x squared. All right, I can simplify a little bit. It will probably be better to put the 2 inside. 2, oh no, I was going to write 2 over 2. 2 over 2 disappears. The first term is just arctan x over 2 root x. And the second term is 2 root x over 1 plus x squared. And if you really care, you could go root x arctan x over 2x and rationalise the denominator here. But I'm really not that interested in that right now.